presented by myself, Jared. This channel is dedicated to cooking delicious meals, cheap, easy, affordable, and quick. Hopefully in the future I might dive into more like experimental meals, cooking meals that my partner likes, and so on. As well, I'm planning to upload videos of going out and eating places in Sydney. So if you come to Australia, if you live in Sydney, you can go there as well. This series that we're going to start is called Easy Cooking. So what it is if you're not confident in cooking, I am sort of a novice cook, but I want to show people that cooking sort of meals is not hard. In Australia at the moment, inflations keep going up, prices cost a lot, so a lot of people are scared to go out and try cooking because they're scared that they're gonna go buy the food and they're gonna waste it. And that will lead to people going out spending on takeout. But that adds up over time. So hopefully if you watch this, you can learn that these are some quick, easy meals that are very simple to cook, just couple ingredients. And tonight I'm going to be cooking one of my favorite easy meals. It's called Japanese curry katsu. So let's see what I bought. So for this recipe, you need about 1 cup of rice. So this has already been washed. So when you make rice, make sure you wash it first. You need some panko breadcrumbs. I bought the home brand because it's about $1 cheaper. You need about 500 grams of chicken breast. You also need this golden curry. You could use other brands, but this is really good. The blocks of curry has already been cooked. All you have to do is heat it back up. I got hot because I love hot food, but there's also mild as well. This will serve about 5 people. You also need 2 carrots. You can have thicker carrots or smaller carrots. Make sure you wash them first because we don't know how many people have touched the carrots. You also need 2 potatoes as well, washed, and they'll be cut. And you'll need 2 eggs. So the first thing we're going to do is cut our veggies, but with the carrots we will have to chop the end off and get the skin off. Just chop off the ends. Cutting the carrots for curry, you can have as thin as you want or as thick. You can cut it in half as well and do in a like diagonal direction to make it fancy. But I like thick carrots. I like the carrots chunky so I can taste them. Next, we'll move on to the potatoes. So what you want to do, potatoes are nice and easy. Just chop it in half, like that. Down the middle. These two chops, like so. Then you get those pieces. The good thing about potatoes, since they're starchy, they make the curry thick. Because if you want thick curry, which you do, usually you will need to add some sort of corn flour to make it more thick. But potatoes, you don't need to. Now let's move on to the onion. Onion again, you want it nice and thick. So the best thing to do with an onion, to cut it in half, cut the ends like that. In half. That's it. Onions are easy. Next step, what you want to do, you want to saute your vegetables. So you want to put your oven on medium heat and you want to warm up your saucepan. While that's going, you want to put some oil in. So with the oil, you can add butter as well, but olive oil is really good as well. So when that's heating up, when it gets to a nice temperature, you want to add your veggies in. Add them in all one go is fine. Then just want to break it up. So what you want to do is get them to nice and cook. Usually this would take 10 minutes for it to start going. Then you can add your water in. What I like to do is, as well, add a bit of salt. and a bit of pepper. What the salt does, it preserves the flavours better, and the pepper has a nice taste. So while this is sauteing, and if you don't have a rice cooker, the best thing to do is start on your rice. So let's just turn on the oven. I just did it before. You have your rice. Just put it in a cup of rice, and with 1 cup of rice, the rule of thumb is 1.5 cups of water. So all you have to do now is let that come to a boil, then just let it simmer for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes or so, your rice will be looking like that. You can see that the water has dissolved and the rice sucked it in. All that you want to do is just take the rice pot off the stove, and you can just leave the rice in it. You don't need to strain it because Uncle Roger will be upset. You can add chicken stock if you like instead of the water, but we're keeping it cheap and light. Now we have to wait for the water to come to a boil before we add the cubes in. Now the water has come to a simmer. This is a good time now to add. So all it is, when you open up the packet, it does look like chocolate. It does look like chocolate. And all you want to do, you want to use the whole packet, but you want to break it up and place it all over the pot, down like that. Then you just want to gently massage them in. After stirring for about 2 minutes, you can start seeing the cubes break down, and it's going to come to look like a brown goo. If you're lucky, you can start feeling it to get thick. Now all that you have to do next with this is leave it alone. What you do is let it get down to a simmer, put the lid back on, and for the next 10 minutes it will cook itself. While we wait for the curry to cook, we can start on our chicken katsu now. Before we get onto our chicken, we want to prepare our station to egg and use panko crumbs. So the first thing you want to do is just crack your egg, like so. Grab a fork, and you just want to mix it like that. That's what your batter is. Just that. You want to go until it forms to one yellow consistency and it's thick. That's your drench. Next, what you want to do is you want to open up your breadcrumb. Now, usually for 1 chicken breast, you use half the bag. So you just flatten it like that. Now, this is a 500 gram chicken breast. We can turn this into a 2-person feed or a 4-person feed. So how you do this, you want to grab your chicken breast and you want to look for the middle, right? But as well, if you have like a tender coming off, just cut it off. That's like a feed there. Next thing you want to do, you want to gently and slowly butterfly your chicken breast. Like that. You want to open it up, like so. What you can do as well, you can just make 1 giant katsu if you want. But if you don't want to do that, just chop it in half like that. Now you got 2 breast fillets. Next thing you want to do is simple. You just want to take one of the chicken fillets, dunk it into the dredge. Drain it off like that. You don't want to have egg everywhere. Then you want to place it in. Now with the opposite hand, you want to flick the crumbs over. You don't want to use the same hand that you put the egg in. It makes it all gluggy, and we don't want gluggy chicken. Just pat it down. Give it a nice pat. flip it over from that side. Maybe squish it to flatten it out, and then shake it off. There you go, you have crumbed chicken katsu. Next thing we want to do while we wait for our curry to finish cooking, and after when we finish crumbing the katsu, is fry it. You're not deep frying it, you're just frying it. So what you want to do is you want to have a small layer of oil in your pan. About that much is fine. If you have to change it, that's good. You just don't want to use bad oil. When you start your chicken, you want to turn the heat off to this. You just want to let it rest. So what that means is that it will come together better. What you want to do, you want to have on medium heat and wait for it to get hot. You can tell it's hot, you can see it sometimes smoking, or you can put your hand over it. And when your oil is nice and heated, it could take around 4 to 5 minutes, depending on the type of oil that you're using. You just want to put your chicken in, but you want to do it away from yourself. If you do it towards yourself, it is going to spray everywhere. So now, rule of thumb is, you want to do 3 minutes each side until it's golden brown. Okay. After 3 minutes, you want to gently turn it over. And then you just want to wait for it to cook again for another 3 minutes. So it's been about 3 minutes, and you check the other side and it's nice and golden brown and cooked as well. So there you have it. You have cooked curry Japanese katsu, and all you have to do now is just plate how you want it. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and like, and I hope you enjoy watching up. That's me, Jared.